Hello Manchester United fans. Manchester United could do something they have not done in 33 years versus West Ham. Man United will be eyeing a much-needed Premier League home win against West Ham United on Sunday. And here are 5 pre-match talking points. Manchester United will be eyeing a first Premier League home win since late February, when they welcome West Ham United to Old Trafford this afternoon. United will go into the clash with the Hammers riding the crest of a wave after booking their place in the Europa League final on Thursday night with a 4-1 win over Athletic Bilbao. Goals from Mason Mount, 2, Rasmus Hojlund and Casemiro sealed a 7-1 aggregate triumph. But before head coach Ruben Amorim can give the final and Tottenham Hotspur his full attention, he must first navigate his and his side's way through Premier League clashes with West Ham and Chelsea. How many changes? If last weekend's 4-3 defeat to Brentford at the G-Tech Community Stadium is anything to go by, United supporters should anticipate a flurry of changes at Old Trafford this afternoon. Amorim made 8 changes for the clash with the Bees from the 3-0 win over Athletic in the Basque Country less than 72 hours before, with only Patrick Dorgu, Manuel Ugarte and Alejandro Garnacho retaining their places. The chances are Amorim will make a crop of alterations to the side that started the second leg of the semi-final triumph, meaning the likes of Luke Shaw, Harry Amas, Kobbie Mainoo, Christian Eriksen, Mount, and Amad will all be targeting starting berths. Youngsters Jadon Camison, who is still waiting to make his senior debut, and Cheeto Obi will also be vying for starting berths in what will be another Premier League game with very little riding on it. Obi made his full league debut last weekend, aiming to avoid equaling an unwanted record. Although United's Europa League form has given their supporters plenty to celebrate in the last few weeks, their Premier League form has done anything but. The Reds head into today's game winless in 6 in the league, losing 4. Of course, strong arguments will be put forward for United's league campaign long since petering out and full focus being applied to their Europa League campaign instead. But the players will still have the ambition of winning and sending their supporters home happy. Without a win in the league since the March international break, United are in danger of going 7 league games without a win for the first time since the inaugural Premier League season in 1992-93. That 7-game winless run saw United draw 5 and lose 2 between September and November. They drew the first 5 games of that sequence before being beaten by Wimbledon and Aston Villa, both by a 1-0 scoreline. They eventually got back on track with a 3-0 home win over Charlton Athletic. Will Amad start? With changes guaranteed, all eyes will go in search of Amad's name when the team sheet drops 75 minutes before kickoff. What Rasmus Hojlund heard about Amad before Manchester United move speaks volumes. Amad and Rasmus Hojlund are linked by joining Man United from Atlanta, and the Dane knew the winger was a star in the making before he arrived at Old Trafford. By the time Rasmus Hojlund joined Atlanta, Amad had been gone for 18 months. The teenager played just 64 minutes of professional football before being snapped up by Manchester United in a deal worth up to £37 million. But in Bergamo, they hadn't forgotten what they had seen. When Hojlund made the same journey in August 2023, joining United from Atlanta in a move worth up to £72 million, he was excited to see the player he had heard so much about in action, but whose trajectory had stalled a little at Old Trafford. While Hojlund was making a big enough impression at Atlanta to catch the eye of United, Amad was getting back into form with an impressive loan spell at Sunderland. His first start for United last season came only a year ago on Monday, but the last 12 months have seen him make a breathtaking breakthrough, from fringe first-teamer whose days look to be numbered, to probably the most dynamic and exciting attacking talent in the squad. There have been 20 goal contributions in 43 games during the last 12 months, despite spending 3 months on the sidelines with a recent ankle injury, and he has made an instant impact on his return to the side, turning Thursday's Europa League semi-final second leg on its head when he came off the bench. He set up the third goal for Hojlund in the 4-1 win that secured a 7-1 aggregate success against Athletic Club. The Dane pointed to Amad in front of the Streeter end, and when he was asked about him after the match, his face lit up as he explained how people at Atlanta had still talked about his talent.
"He's wonderful. I obviously knew him a bit before I came here because we played in the same club."
Not at the same time, but they talked of him. They spoke of him very highly. "He's a great talent, what a player," he said. And he's not only focusing on himself, but also trying to find the right solution for the team. It's great to have him back.
Amad's megawatt smile and his infectious enthusiasm have helped to lift the mood of this squad, and Hojlund's affection for a player the same age as him was clear. The Ivorian has become an entertaining presence on social media and snapped a selfie as the players celebrated Hojlund's goal on Thursday night. "He's a very good lad, very humble and down to earth. That's why he is where he is now," said Hojlund. "Last season, he didn't really have a lot of game time, but now he has shown himself, and he is so calm and focused on improving. We know his qualities, and this season they have been shining through. Full credit to him."
Both Amad and Hojlund have had their difficult moments at United. Amad has suffered injuries that held him back and went through a disappointing loan spell at Rangers, while Hojlund has endured. Sir Jim Ratcliffe suffers fresh Champions League blow as club sale plans hit setback. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is keen to ditch one of the football clubs he owns, but missing out on an automatic place in the league phase of next year's Champions League could complicate those plans. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's plans to sell Nice have suffered a blow after the French side missed out on automatic qualification for the league phase of the Champions League. Ratcliffe, through his company Ineos, bought Nice back in the summer for 2019 for around £85 million. He has endured a rocky time at the Allianz Riviera though, with the regime deeply unpopular among supporters. Ratcliffe has increasingly turned his focus away from Nice and onto Manchester United. Despite that lack of attention, Nice have enjoyed their most successful season yet since Ratcliffe took over. After losing manager Francesco Farioli to Ajax last summer following a fifth-place finish, Frank Hayes was appointed in his place. With one game to play, Hayes has all but secured European football for his side. They currently sit in fourth place, but are level on points with both Lille in fifth and Strasbourg in sixth. Due to League One's diminishing status in European football, only the top three in League One qualify automatically for the league phase of the Champions League. With one game remaining, Nice cannot catch third-place Monaco, who sit 4 points ahead of them. Les Aiglons must beat Brest on the final day to secure their fourth-place finish. But they will then face the arduous test of the qualifying rounds, with League One's fourth-place team entering at the third stage. That would mean a two-leg playoff for Nice at the start of August, before a final playoff round at the end of that month. Nice's chances of finishing in the top three were dashed by a poor defeat away at mid-table Rennes on Saturday. 2 goals from Arnaud Calamuendo secured the 3 points for the hosts. He first turned in a cross from Ludovic Blas after 15 minutes, before breaking through to finish past Marcin Bulka late on. Missing out on automatic qualification is a serious blow for Ratcliffe's hopes of selling the team. It was revealed last week that the billionaire is looking to move on from the south of France. He has engaged New York-based investment bank Lazard to find a buyer, with the hope of bringing in £213 million. A blind trust have been operating Nice this season, with neither Ineos nor Ratcliffe having control or decisive influence at the club. That was due to UEFA rules around multi-club operations, as both United and Nice qualified for the Europa League. Bringing in such a large fee is already complicated by the TV rights crisis in French football. Man United now increasingly confident of signing one of the world's best defenders on a free transfer. Manchester United invested big money in centre-backs last summer, but could now land one on a free transfer. Ruben Amorim now has a Europa League final on the horizon after Manchester United's 4-1 win over Athletic Club. United meet Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa League final, with Amorim now set for a golden chance to lead the Red Devils back into the Champions League. Transfer business is already emerging though, with United closing in on signing Matheus Cunha from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Cunha is expected to seal a £62.5 million move this summer, and United aren't done there. Teenager Enzo Konabayek will join United from Le Havre, and a fascinating Bundesliga raid could be on the cards. Manchester United chasing Jonathan Tah deal. United signed Matthijs de Ligt and Lenny Yoro last summer, making two significant investments to the back line. The summer transfer window is looming, and United may well move for more defenders. Victor Lindelof and Johnny Evans are set to leave United on free transfers this summer, opening up space for a potential signing. Reports earlier in May suggested United want Bayer Leverkusen's Jonathan Tah, and have spoken to his representatives. Tah is out of contract this summer, and United appear to be ramping up the pursuit for the German signature. The Sunday Mirror report that United are growing increasingly confident of striking a deal for Tah. It suggested that Tah has a long-standing ambition of playing in the Premier League, with United believing that desire could see him snub Bayern Munich. Bayern are already closing in on Leverkusen star Florian Wirtz, but want Tah to follow him over to Bavaria. United are posing serious competition though, and securing Champions League football could be pivotal to the hopes of signing Tah. Jonathan Tah knows a back three very well. Tah came up through the Hamburger SV ranks, but played just 20 games for his hometown club before being snapped up by Bayer Leverkusen. The 29-year-old has now played 400 times for Leverkusen and serves as vice-captain of Xabi Alonso's side. Tah has been crucial to Alonso's back three, operating in the heart of Alonso's defense throughout the Spaniard's time at the club. Alonso has previously hailed Tah as one of the world's best defenders, as quoted by the Express. United play a back three under Amorim, and may believe that Tah's familiarity with the setup can make him a perfect signing. Tah doesn't really fit into the Ineos mantra of signing younger players, but when a proven, top-quality center-back becomes available on a free transfer, United need to be in the mix, and appear to have a genuine hope of luring Tah to Old Trafford. Ruben Amorim is just one game away from lifting his first trophy as Manchester United head coach. A stunning 7-1 aggregate win over Athletic Club means that Manchester United have booked their spot.